After You've Gone is a challenging and fast swing tune that features several big tempo changes. The group has been working on navigating the tough tempo changes, tough technical runs, and leading to the big finish. This song is going to feature dueling saxophones Simon Caros and AJ Fox.
Misty is a jazz standard written in 1954 by the pianist Errol Garner. He was on a flight to O'Hare Airport in Chicago, and as the flight passed through a thunderstorm, he looked out the window to see a rainbow, and he began composing this piece on the plane. The song was ranked number 174 in the list of Songs of the Century, compiled by the National Endowment for the Arts. This moving ballad is going to feature solos from A.J. Fox and Jack Bochar. Thank you. We hope you enjoy.
Okay, next I have the honor of presenting the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This award was created to honor the jazz legend Louis Armstrong, a talented American jazz trumpeter and singer. His influence extended beyond jazz music and had a profound influence on pop music of the 1960s. Each year, high schools across the country are encouraged to grant the Louis Armstrong Award to one student who has shown outstanding musical achievement and an incredible dedication to the jazz band and music program. This student is an excellent leader for their section and for the entire band, and really has taken charge, taken a lot of solos this year. And this year we are granting it to A.J. Fox.
When choosing music for this next concert, the jazz band really wanted a funky tune. Now, you'll hear a riff or two from this every time a jazz band member pulls their instrument out. This 70s funk classic is going to feature unison riffs, a funky bass line, and solos from Frank Wolf, Jack Bochar, and myself, Nicholas Welty.
In celebration of mankind's connection to our planet, this extraordinary work or band uses an intriguing array of compositions, devices, and captivating melodies. Listeners are immersed in a simulation rainstorm, the sounds of the world drumming, overlapping tones, clusters, and textures, and finally a dance of jubilation as the piece comes to a finish.
Okay, a couple more awards to give out. First, we're going to give out Concert Band MVP. This is a member of the band who's been a strong leader and was voted upon by their classmates. They create a strong foundation for the group when playing and is a very helpful and kind member of the group. This year, Concert Band voted for Quentin Beston. Okay. Next is Concert Band Most Improved Player. This is going to a student who only joined us in the summer and really has put in some work to become quite an impressive trombone player after only 1 year. This year, we are giving it to Avery Bissell. Okay, and then our last one for right now is the Freshman Spirit Award. This is going to a student whose love and support of the band has shown through in his freshman year. His big personality often brings laugh to the class, and his practice in playing has been a big support to the group. He enjoys pep band so much that he was really devastated just to miss one this entire year. And often I have to gently kick him out of the band room when I'm trying to leave after school. This year, our winner is Frank Wolf.
The concert band is going to end their portion of the concert playing the tune Where a Falcon Soar. This piece begins and ends in a rhythmic triple meter, meaning the feeling of three underneath everything they are playing. The opening section leads to a beautiful, slower, melodic section, and the work concludes with vigor as it comes to an exciting closing.
Children's March. Over the Hills and Far Away was originally a piano solo and later orchestrated for band by Percy Granger while a member of the U.S. Coast Guard Artillery Band. Granger believed that the greatest expressivity could be found in the lower instruments of the band, particularly in the lower woodwinds. And wind ensemble's performance, you will hear it particularly in the bari saxophone and bass clarinet. We hope you enjoy.
Okay, I'm going to give out 2 awards for Wind Ensemble. The first one today is Wind Ensemble MVP. In a small group like this, every musician's contribution really is essential, but the group chose one student who they believe stood out in their performance and dedication to the group. This year, that winner is Laurel Schaefer. Okay, and our next award is for Most Improved Player. Again, the musicians in this group are already quite talented and have auditioned to be in here. But this year, one student became the only person in their section and really stepped up to the challenge and has been consistently improving, and I really think her classmates have noticed and appreciated her effort. This year, the award goes to Addison Barthoff.
Fantasy on a Japanese Folk Song tells the story of a Japanese girl who was given a music box by her mother and father when she is just a child. This music box played the Japanese doyo, Tsuneyama. As a young girl, this Japanese box always provided a sense of comfort and solstice during her trying times. When she becomes an adult, she falls in love with an American and faces the choice of staying in her Japanese village or marrying and going back to America with him. She is so very much in love with him that she chooses to leave. However, she later realizes there's the need to feel close to her culture. The part of her always wonders if there's a life for her in native Japan. As time goes by, the sense of conflict, which was more easily suppressed in the beginning, surfaces with more intensity, proving that only in a woman's heart there can exist inner love and inner war simultaneously. Balancing her love for her husband with her love for the culture she left behind gives way to painful episodes when she finds her solstice in her music box. Lily Tierney will be joining us, the band, on the piano.
Okay, I have a couple more awards to hand out. First, I have the Marching Band Spirit Award. This goes to a student who's extremely dedicated and passionate about marching and pep band throughout the year. The winner this year is both a loud and enthusiastic player and also just a loud voice when responding to commands. He helped bring the spirit of the band up, and we will miss him next year. And during the marching season, and he's even continuing to play in a pep band in college. This year, the award goes to Nick Welty. Next is the John Philip Sousa Award. In 1955, this award was created to recognize a high school student who demonstrates superior musicianship and outstanding dedication to the band program. Our winner this year is an excellent leader within the band as well as a gifted musician on multiple instruments. Her talent and leadership will only grow as she continues to pursue music in college. This year, our winner is Olivia Lavaya. And then last night at Senior Awards Night, the Neuschwander Award was presented to A.J. Fox for both his academic excellence and his work within the band. So I'll just have him stand up again. Okay, and then if I could have all the seniors come up in front of the podium. Good-looking group, right? The group of seniors in front of you were only freshmen in high school during the COVID shutdown. I am immensely impressed and thankful that they stuck with band and music when they were no longer able to do many of the events that make high school band exciting and challenging. In the more recent years, they've been able to do these events and have created lovely music, and I hope memories that will last a lifetime. I personally want to thank them, especially for their hard work this year. I know it must have been frustrating to have a new band director their senior year, but these students really have put forward a great effort and have been very kind to me as I've been navigating my first year here in the district. I hope you all return to visit the band room in the future. I hope to see you at pep bands. You can put in your calendar an alumni pep band in early January 2024. And I hope to see you at other concerts, and I really cannot wait to hear about your future successes. So now we're going to go one by one. In this group in front of you, I think, is a very talented senior class and also a very humble group. And I think Gabe Bloom is a prime example. He's a very talented player and a quiet leader of the percussion section. And I really appreciate him stepping up this year when I basically begged him to join jazz band. And I hope he had a great time with it. Thank you, Gabe. I was first introduced to Sydney Conway last summer as the leader of flags for the marching band. She choreographed and led all performances for the parade and the field show, and I'm extremely grateful for the work she put towards flags. I've appreciated that leadership during the marching band season. I also really appreciate her trombone playing, which I think Sydney is a much better player than she would ever tell you, and I really enjoy seeing her bond with her sister in class. She will be missed. Up next is A.J. Fox, who is an incredibly talented musician and student. He's been a member of basically every single band, and his talent has really been highlighted in the last couple of years when he began playing oboe in addition to the saxophone. He's an excellent sound on a really notoriously difficult instrument through talent and many, many hours of practice. We will miss him next year in the concert bands, jazz bands, and pit orchestra. Thanks, Steve. Olivia Lavaya is an excellent musician and was an excellent drum major this year. Olivia is quite a talented flautist, and I really appreciate her musicianship and also her willingness to step up and play any extra parts I throw in front of her. She's displayed excellent leadership throughout the marching band and pep band seasons and was a firm but very fair leader that kept the group, and occasionally her teacher, on track. Xander Obert is a dedicated student, athlete, and musician. He is alone in playing his instrument in the group, but is a really strong player and a strong performer for our bass section. He's very kind and polite to the point that he actually responds, like when I say bye to the class every day, and I will really miss his greetings and exits. Last week, Desiree Signer said that she is very ready to graduate, and she was not emotional about it at all. She has somehow completed her high school education in only 3 years while working, and is quite a talented and active member of the band. I will miss her playing on both the bass, clarinet, and saxophone, but I will also miss her eye rolls at both things her classmates and I say, and I will miss her sharp and witty spirit. Nicholas Welty has constantly kept me on my toes this year, starting the second day of school when he said that I hated him, and I was so panicked, and I really apologized, only to realize that that's just him joking around, and it would continue every time I said anything to him the entire year. Another time in jazz band, he asked, "What does the marking straight baths mean?" And again, I was so panicked and thought my music education was lacking. What does that marking mean? Only to realize we'd all been misreading the marking straight eighth notes as opposed to swung eighth notes, which became, I think, a funny joke in jazz band. So next year we will really miss both Nick's humor and his helpfulness for the group. Thank you. Okay, and last but not least, Quentin Buston is the foundation of the band, both in spirit and through his musicianship. He's an excellent player that sets up the bass section for success. He's a quiet but active presence at performances and is often patient and helpful with those near him. We will miss his sound and him next year in band. Give one more round of applause for the class of 2023. We have one more song prepared for you. Before we do that, I have a couple more thank yous, and then I swear I'm done talking. First, thank you to Heidi Wood for designing the program for this evening and taking care of our printing needs throughout the year. Thank you to Miss Jenny Bochar for running sound and lights and helping me with any and all of my tech issues also throughout the year. Thank you to Brian Brueggemann for being an excellent band colleague and a great support for me through my first year in the district. Thank you to Alex Lenz for also being a great colleague and answering my many, many questions that I had throughout the year. Thank you to the school administration for their support of the band and all the arts programs here at Monroe. Thank you to the parents and the guardians and the audiences. You know, without you encouraging the students, they would never get better than that very strong middle school performance you just heard. Truly. Thank you for encouraging them to practice, driving them to events, and listening to their music. I and the students greatly appreciate you. Finally, thank you to the students for your hard work this year. Thank you for your dedication, your time, your jokes. This really has been my favorite year of teaching so far, and I'm really excited for next year already. Thanks.
So before we continue, we would also like to thank Ms. Hankey for being a wonderful band director and just really giving it her all her first year and really pushing us to see what we can achieve and most importantly, putting up with all of our shenanigans. So we are really excited to continue working under you. So thank you.
Okay, again, I'm almost done talking. Okay, a couple more events before the end of the school year. You can hear the band at the graduation ceremony and say goodbye to the graduates one last time on May 28th. We will also be performing at the Memorial Day Parade and Ceremony on May 29th. In addition, the band has been invited by the Madison Mallards baseball team to perform the national anthem for them at June 8th. Love to see you all there. The tickets are very cheap, and you can hear our music and watch some baseball. As you exit out of the auditorium, you will see our donation drum. All the donations go towards the band program and help purchase different items or prepare for different events. One goal of the band program is to raise enough money to commission a piece of music to be written for both the middle school and the high school bands to be performed at our combined concert in the winter next year. All donations are greatly appreciated. Okay. That's it. Our last piece for you tonight is a combined number, everyone's back up here, called Olympiada by Sam Azo. This song was written to capture the human conditions of intense glory and pain often presented in the Olympic Games. It opens with a dramatic brass fanfare and then breaks into several new themes and dramatic drum passages before closing with a fanfare again to give unity to the group. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. drive home safe.